The 17th of May 2026 started like any other chase day. I positioned myself at the center of the risk area in Nebraska, watching the skies for signs of trouble. The atmosphere was unstable, but a cold front was crashing into the region, threatening to wash out any chance of tornadoes. The day was becoming complicated. Then I saw it. The mesonet data revealed a bullseye of perfect conditions, ideal temperature, moisture, and wind patterns, all converging in one spot. Right on cue, a supercell began to form. The choice was obvious. I booked it toward the developing storm. The storm intensifies. The rotation was broad at first. The storm was tornado-warned, but it didn't look like the type of system that produces monsters. Then something incredible happened. The cold front crashed into the supercell from behind, interacting with the rotation and tightening it rapidly. The storm's structure transformed completely in seconds. "All right, here we go, man. This thing's going to be a big one," I said, watching the clouds churn. A tornado began to form. It didn't look like much at first, just a dusty swirl, but I knew better. I had been chasing for a year with one mission: to film the inside of a tornado. To achieve that, I needed to do something extremely dangerous. I had to get directly in the tornado's path, deploy my camera probe, and escape before the tornado hit. The probe decision: the tornado was intensifying faster than I anticipated. Within moments, it transformed from a small dust tube into something terrifying. I needed to make a split-second decision. "This is sketchy," I muttered. "I'm going to put a probe right here." "Right here, man, we got to do this." I stopped the car, grabbed my equipment, and prepared to deploy the camera. But then I hesitated. The tornado was growing too fast, too violent. My probe wouldn't turn on. My hands were shaking. This might be too dangerous, I realized. We gotta go. We got to go. Get in the car right now. The escape. We barely made it. The tornado crossed the road behind us, missing the probe by less than a quarter mile. But what I saw next made my blood run cold. The vortex produced the most pronounced horizontal vortex I had ever seen. This beast resembled some of the strongest tornadoes in history. "Oh my God, this is insane! This is like one of the strongest tornadoes I've ever seen," I screamed, my voice cracking with fear and awe. The worst part? The tornado was heading directly toward a new development of homes less than a mile away. I watched in horror as the first structures were hit. "It just ripped a house! No, 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 no!" I cried out. "That is an entire house flying through the air." The small subdivision took a direct hit. Homes were wiped off their foundations. I counted at least 3 completely destroyed. Downed power lines blocked the road, forcing me to turn back. The aftermath. The tornado was on the ground for only 6 miles, unusually short for such a powerful storm. As quickly as it formed, it was gone, replaced by beautiful sunny skies less than an hour later. I went back to retrieve my probe. While it didn't capture the inside of the tornado, it recorded incredible footage. My 360 camera showed the tornado crossing the road and my desperate escape. My 4K 120 frames per second camera captured mesmerizing slow-motion details of the vortex that I don't think anyone has ever recorded before. After the chase, Nathan and I visited the subdivision in Street Libber, Nebraska. About half the homes were completely wiped from their foundations. It was devastating. As a storm chaser, this is the last thing I want to see. But I think it's important to share because this is the reality of these rare phenomena. The human toll. Incredibly, no one was killed, but the damage was complete. Families lost everything. Homes that had stood for decades were reduced to splinters. Cars were crushed. Trees were stripped bare. The community would never be the same. I want to thank my friend Peach, who trusted me with his life that day and held my camera when I needed him most. Moments like these remind me why I chase not for the adrenaline, not for the footage, but to document the power of nature and help communities understand and prepare for the worst. The reality of storm chasing. Storm chasing is not a game. It is dangerous, unpredictable, and sometimes terrifying. Every chase carries risks, every decision can be life or death, but it is also important work. The footage we capture, the data we collect, and the warnings we share save lives. The 17th of May 2026 tornado in Nebraska will stay with me forever. It was one of the strongest tornadoes I have ever seen. It reminded me of nature's power and our vulnerability. And it reinforced why I do what I do, to bear witness, to document, and to help keep people safe. Remember, when the sirens sound, take shelter immediately. Prepare ahead of time. Have a plan. Your life may depend on it.